Look, I don't want to be that guy. I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer all the time about modern Call of Duty, but they're just not giving me a lot to work with. So maybe you can't blame me. Maybe you can blame me. Now, as much as I want to believe that Modern Warfare 4 is going to be the game that gets everything back on track, I really want that. I know I'm not the only one who just doesn't believe that's going to happen right now. I mean, the game is still going to have Gunsmith. I think I speak for most everybody, and I read my comments every single day on all my videos. I feel like I am very in touch with my community, whether they agree with me, disagree with me, have criticisms, have critiques. I listen, and I think most people are tired of the Gunsmith. It's been overcomplicating the customization system ever since it was introduced in Modern Warfare 2019. It is very clear at this point. The only reason it's in the game is so everything can be properly integrated with Warzone. But at what point are we going to back up to the simple gun customization of the Golden Age? At what point can we go back to the Pick 10? Ever? The Gunsmith does too much. It adds way too many layers to an arcade shooter, which doesn't need that many layers to begin with. But here we are, 2026. And Infinity Ward is still talking about how great this new version of the Gunsmith is going to be, as if we haven't been asking them to stop it for several years. Now, I'm glad they're stoked about the Gunsmith coming back. But to be honest, I don't think many people in the community share the enthusiasm. Guess what else I saw today? There's some major zombie drama going on. Crazy stuff about Easter eggs. No zombies. Modern Warfare 3 was the first Modern Warfare game to have a zombies mode. It was bad. That doesn't mean we wanted Modern Warfare to stop trying with zombies mode, right? Especially after Infinity Ward proved back during the Infinite Warfare period, they are very capable of making a cool, unique, awesome zombies mode. But for some reason, the idea of Modern Warfare Zombies has been erased from Call of Duty history. I don't understand why. I know Infinity Ward has been trying to keep the Modern Warfare sub-series extra gritty and grounded, but that doesn't mean it's impossible to make zombies work. I mean, look at World at War. That was the grittiest COD game of all time. And yet, it was also the game where we got zombies. It fit. This is the perfect time to include a grounded, gritty, classic-style zombies mode, but instead, we get DMZ. Which, don't get me wrong, it does look pretty cool. It also is a pretty niche third mode. Extraction shooters aren't for everybody, and I'm questioning the decision to skip over a co-op PvE mode like zombies in favor of a much more hardcore experience like DMZ, but I guess we'll see if it pays off. You know what doesn't pay off? Tac Sprint. It's kind of interesting when it was first introduced in Modern Warfare 2019, but now it's become an inconsistency in the game pace. And while I'm glad Infinity Ward is apparently trying to take care of all the weird movement exploits and that I guess that were made possible with it, it doesn't change the fact that a lot of people want it gone. Call of Duty was better when everybody had one kind of sprint. You had to be smart about when you used it, but now everybody has unlimited sprint and then a limited amount of tac sprint, but you can increase your tac sprint duration with certain perks and it makes everything feel inconsistent. Delete tac sprint. Make players use a perk if they want unlimited normal sprint like it was back in the Golden Age. I mean, Black Ops Classic and Black Ops 7 has been showing people just how much better the game flows when tac sprint isn't part of the equation. So, I think it's time to get rid of it entirely. Let's petition it. But unfortunately, tac sprint is confirmed to be returning in Modern Warfare 4, so we have to deal with it yet another year. Now let's talk about the price tag of this game. It's going to be a $70 game. Heck, could be an $80 game now with the GTA 6 effect. Deluxe editions, they're going to cost even more than that. So in an age where everybody's a bit strapped for cash and gaming gets more and more expensive, the $70 price tag or $80 price tag gets more frustrating for people to look at and say, okay, especially with a game that's a sequel to a series that doesn't have the best reputation. Now, it's not just that Modern Warfare's rep is in the toilet right now, it's also the fact that Call of Duty is widely seen as a game franchise that doesn't put the amount of work necessary to justify a $70 or $80 price tag, especially now that the developers, they've been caught many times using AI to generate assets and do a lot of the development for themselves. I'm sorry, but if you're typing prompts into a text box instead of actually putting work into development, you may not want to charge full price. That's just alleged. If you're recycling a lot of assets from previous games on top of that, which I know they've done many times, you once again, I don't know, adjust the price accordingly. If you're planning on loading the game up with live service monetizations like Battle Pass and item shops, which we're going to get, maybe think about the price. With everything going on in the world and everything people are doing to save money and with how many cost-cutting methods are now employed to develop a game, I think we need to revisit the price tag. Now, I said GTA 6. I'm saying it again. Might sound weird to say GTA 6 is a problem in Modern Warfare 4, but I think the better way to look at it is that GTA 6 is a problem for Modern Warfare 4. You get what I'm saying here? GTA 6 is already selling out pre-orders, despite the physical version not even having a disc, and with how much it's going to cost, a lot of casual gamers are only thinking about buying one AAA game during the fourth quarter of this year. So you guys tell me, are you spending $70 on Modern Warfare 4, or are you ponying up $10 more for GTA 6? With the $100 version of GTA 6 also being so much bigger than the base game, Modern Warfare 4 is going to have even more competition for people's hard-earned dollars. If I'm dropping $100 on the most anticipated game of the decade, why would I also drop $70 on the 4th version of the rebooted Modern Warfare sub-series? What has the new Modern Warfare series done to make it stand out against something like GTA 6? Anything? I ask you guys. Seriously, I want to know. The price tag on Modern Warfare 4 isn't just the problem because it's high. It's also a problem because of what else is trying to get your money. Now, let's get back on it. Let's talk about visual clutter. Infinity Ward has reportedly eased back on the HUD icons and pop-ups for Modern Warfare 4. That is a good thing. And they've also toned down the amount of visual recoil, screen shake, gun smoke that made people hate Modern Warfare 2 2022. That's a good thing, okay? But then again, apparently there's still a lot of the game, but whatever. They seem to be going a little more arcadey with Modern Warfare 4's multiplayer, as evidenced by the faster movement and reworks to hip firing. But from all the gameplay footage I've seen so far, there's still a lot of visual recoil and smoke effects. Now, I don't know. Does that make you excited to jump in? Does it not? If you look back at Call of Duty during the Golden Age, which I know, I'm the young, I'm the old guy. I say back in my day, or the Golden Age, all the time, you very rarely had to deal with your gun distracting you from the person you were trying to shoot. The game was at its best, to me, when it wasn't actively fighting with you. Modern Warfare 2 2022 was obviously the worst it's ever been. Like I said, IW clearly toned it down in Modern Warfare 4, but it's still part of the experience. That makes me nervous for what's going on right now, for what it's going to look like when the full game comes out. IW loves the realism in Call of Duty. That's why they put this stuff in the game in the first place. Now, I appreciate that they seemingly acknowledging the fact that it hurts the experience, but if it's still there on launch day, people aren't going to be happy. It's not enough to simply reduce the visual clutter. Just remove it. Speaking of removing, file size. Oh my gosh. Now, the file size of Modern Warfare 4 isn't confirmed yet, but I do think it's safe to say people are kind of tired of Call of Duty taking up a third of their console's hard drive just for that game. Seriously, how is it possible for so much of every new Call of Duty game to be kind of part of the last game, and yet the file sizes get bigger? I mean, massive file size, big price tag, other games competing for a hard drive space and those dollar bills in your wallet. I don't know if Modern Warfare 4 can win the logistical battle this year. If you're on the fence about buying MW4 and you see something like 140 gig on the store page, is that going to push you over the edge towards buying it? Or is that going to push you over the edge towards skipping it? Now, let's talk about the one that pisses everybody off. No SBMM transparency yet. To be fair, I like to be fair. Infinity Ward has said they're going to be more transparent about how matchmaking works this year. But at the time that I am making this video, June, I don't even know what the date is, the end of June, they haven't said a word. We have no idea how strict the SBMM is going to be. We have no idea if open matchmaking from Black Ops 7 will come back. We have no idea if the skill matchmaking is being reworked or turned down or tuned up. We literally don't know anything. Infinity Ward knows we want to know this stuff and how it works because they literally told us they were going to be transparent. They're just not going to be too transparent, I guess, until the game launch. I don't know. You know what it tells me? It tells me that SBMM will probably be in the game. They just don't want to tell us. Think about it. If they're making a change the community wanted, they would have told us out of the get-go. They would be taking every opportunity to tell us how awesome the matchmaking is going to be, but instead, they're promising transparency in a few months from now. They want you to get excited for the game, but they're not going to tell you about the matchmaking until the launch gets closer, and then they promise to be transparent. That's just not how it works for me. And that kind of segues into trust. Look, Infinity Ward can talk all they want about how they're not going to do the goofy skins and how they're totally listening to the community and they're totally know what we want. But by the end of the day, I'll be real. People don't trust them. That's not me saying they aren't going to keep their word with the things because they're obviously perfectly capable of keeping their word on all this. It's entirely possible they keep every promise they made and deliver on every hyped up feature of Modern Warfare 4. But my point is, nobody believes they're going to do that, and that's a problem. And that's not because I'm over here talking crap. That's because of their track record. What good will kept promises be if nobody's there to see them? Look, that's the fault of the developers and the publishers, not you and I. You can only go back on promises and ignore the community feedback so long or cry wolf. Infinity Ward has spent the last 6-ish years to me actively pushing back against the community, and now they're trying to tell us they totally know what we want, and they're totally going to listen and do it. But why did they fight with the community for so long in the first place if they're going to listen to us at the end of it? Nobody actually believes when they say they're listening. That's the problem. That's massively contributing to the lack of enthusiasm towards Modern Warfare 4. They can talk a big game all day. And if they watch this video, they're probably going to be upset with me, but I'm being real here. Until you see follow through and promises kept, none of it matters. And the final thing, It's Modern Warfare 4. It's Modern Warfare. Look, people are just burnt out on the sub-series. Modern Warfare has absolutely overstayed its welcome, especially since Infinity Ward rebooted it and changed almost everything about the multiplayer that people liked in the first place. I think I speak for a large portion of my community when I say we're tired. We're tired of the massive long-running sub-series, and the reputation of Modern Warfare is at an all-time low. The simple fact that this is a Modern Warfare game is actually working against it, which is crazy to say. There was a time when the title Modern Warfare 4 would have had the internet would have broken. It would have. Now, makes me feel tired. I think it's time for IW to do something new. It's time to retire these sub-series. And with everything going on in the gaming industry right now, I don't see how anybody is going to be okay paying full price for the fourth entry in a rebooted series. The IP, I feel like it has burnt out its flame. Let me know what you guys think. I know this was a heavy one, but I like being honest with you guys.